Hey Ben.
Hello.
How was school?
Good.
Was it good? I see you have a sticker even.
Yes.
Are you ready for carpool worship?
Yes.
But I feel like who do you think we should fetch to sit in the front with me? Should it be a musician?
Yeah.
So we can do like proper carpool worship.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Rebecca!
Hello.
That's your mamai, but we'll call her Rebecca for everyone else. We have decided that as we're doing carpool worship today, it would be best to do it with a musician. How many instruments can you play?
I can play keyboard,
That's one.
guitar,
2.
drums, bass.
4.
That's it.
You sing.
Yeah, I sing.
How well does your mamai sing, Ben?
Really well.
Really well. And why do we call her mamai? Maybe people don't know you. So Rebecca, or here, where are you from?
So I'm Mamai because I'm from Brazil, and Mamai means mummy. And I'm Benjamin's mummy. Only came to South Africa in 2010.
2010.
For the World Cup, obviously.
Obviously. And then you just never left.
Yes, I never left. Kevin found me in the airport, and
How
we got
cute
married.
is that, everybody? We have a moment. It's a beautiful moment. Okay, Ben, we need a song to kick off the day. What's it gonna be?
Shake.
The whole world.
Shakes.
Hey Siri.
Now playing as The World Shakes by Hillsong Kids.
No matter what I'm gonna face tomorrow. I'm on up on every as the world shakes and things break. You are my rock, my everything. As the world shakes and things break.
Oh, it's a left and a right.
You are my rock, my everything.
Yo, that was good, Ben.
Yo, those dance
Yeah.
moves, hey? Do you love dancing in worship? Why?
Because to worship God and see God's love.
Ah, that's cool.
And you do that in dance, hey?
Yep.
And Life Kids has such cool worship.
Yeah, every now and then I want to be part of the Life Kids worship.
Yeah,
Just
like,
kinda like
I hear the vibe. So Life Kids, if you're watching and you're like, what are they talking about, is our kidsman that is also online. So if you're a parent at home or you are working and your kids are with you because school holidays and that sort of things, that happens. There's an awesome online experience for kids, right?
Yeah. My
And
favorite song is This Is Living Now.
This is Living by Hillsong Kids now playing.
yes,
Waking up knowing there's
you have to sing though.
all my dreams come alive. Life is for living with you. I've made my decision.
Bum, bum. Oh, dance moves.
See the sun now bursting through the clouds. Like you white, turns the color all around. This is living now.
Oh, it's got it. Just a shape, don't it?
This is living now.
I mean, part of your story, a big part of your story, has been around like worship and music. You
Yeah.
started playing in church, what, you were 9?
No, I was 4.
She was 4. People,
Yes.
4.
I remember playing when I was 4. I was playing This Little Light of Mine, but the Portuguese
I'm gonna let
version.
it shine. Go Portuguese.
I cannot
This
remember.
little light of mine.
And yeah, I think my life has been shaped by worship
Sure.
in different places, spaces, ways.
Time.
Time. Yeah, it's always been something that I have felt very privileged and honor that God has called me in that sphere of His kingdom.
But how do you teach your kids to worship? Maybe that's a good question for Ben. Ben, did you grow up with worship in the house with Mamai? But how do you teach your kids to worship?
I think Kevin and I have always been intentional about teaching our kids love Jesus and teach our kids to love the church.
Sure.
And a big part of what the church looks like for us, it's our kids often have come to practices, they have come to church at call time, which often is quite early.
30.
and we have always included them in the journey, in whatever it was. We always try to explain the why, and like, why do we do what we do? Why do we have to be, or why do we choose to be at church at 6:30 on a Sunday? I have a few memories of having them literally holding them while having my guitar and trying to sing. But I think from the very beginning of their lives, they were surrounded by worship, and they were surrounded by worshipers.
Yeah.
I think there's a beautiful thing about including your kids in the journey, because they get to meet people that think alike, that loves Jesus, that loves the church. So yeah, I think a lot of people taught my kids how to worship as well.
Every now and then I start to sing My God
is an awesome God, He reigns.
Where's it, Ben? Where's Ben?
Are you shy now? Benjamin
just saying
sings
shy.
the entire day at home.
But don't you think there's something like, even this is literally, it repeats the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the simplicity, but also like the beauty in just declaring God's name. Like,
100%.
you're an awesome God, and His nature. And in this season, like, we've seen worship shift. Feels to me like God is revealing glimpses of His glory.
Yeah.
And you were telling me of like a really, really cool moment.
A few weeks ago, if you remember, we had Link Church worship coming and joining our team, and we went to 3CI for the city celebration, and it was an incredible weekend. And on the Monday, I got sick, so I had a fever, I lost my voice, it was not pretty. But that night, I literally was like, I had this urge of praying holy. And it was so weird, because literally it was like, I need to pray holy. And it comes from a place of, I've had a lot of expectation from our meetings on Sundays, you know.
Because God is doing something.
100%.
you
And it's been like hearing the church sing and hearing like what God is doing through in worship is being absolutely amazing. And honestly, I've had the privilege of experiencing it like firsthand, you know. But like I've kind of felt challenged with, okay, I have this massive expectation for revival, or to hear revival on a Sunday, but what about Monday through Saturday? So after that weekend, I've been praying like, God, I want to experience your revival, and I want to experience the exact same presence, the tangible presence, wherever I am, because I spend more time at home or at work than I spend at church, right?
Yeah.
So that night, with my fevers in all, I just had this like, I'm going to just say holy and holy and holy and holy. Actually, it's just declaring who He is. Because at the end of the day, I think we often lose the wonder of saying that His name is holy, that He is worthy of His own name, that we praise Him, that we worship Him, and we want to put our feelings into our declaration and forget that actually our declaration is what gives the power for what we're feeling, right?
And I think that's amazing, because I think sometimes we do, like, we almost contain God to 4 walls of a church, or our space where it's like, this is the space where God's going to move. And maybe somebody is watching this and they do feel like God would do that for you, but He wouldn't necessarily do it in their room, or He doesn't necessarily move there. And I think when I heard that, I was just encouraged, because I was like, actually, like, God is always like, He's always with us. Like, His presence is there. Like, and I think maybe it is this thing of like, as we cry out, like, He does answer us, and He meets us where we are, and that's like a beautiful thing. But what song would you say, and maybe this is a song that can encourage people that are like, come on God, like, I want to experience You too, like, what song would you say has been one of those, like, declaring who God is?
In this season, we have sung a lot of songs that declare the character of God. We've sung Holy Forever from Chris Tomlin. have sung
beautiful.
1,000 hallelujahs by Brooke. The song that makes me cry every single time.
Is that why you're wearing glasses today?
Yeah, in for me, like, again, I often get the privilege of leading it. It's called Hymn of Heaven. And there's a third verse that I have never been able to sing without crying.
On that day,
This side.
we join the resurrection and stand beside the heroes of the faith. With one voice, 1,000 generations sing, worthy is the Lamb who was slain.
It is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that it is like the hymn of heaven. And I think we want to be singing heaven songs.
Yeah,
We don't just want to
100%.
be having Sunday karaoke. you know.
Yeah. But I think we need to gain revelation of what we're singing every single Sunday, every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And
It is like, I don't know, I've just found that it's like I create playlists, and we created playlists for you to listen through, but like we have playlists on YouTube or Spotify or what, Apple Music, wherever you listen, but it's just like I find that even I'll just put it on repeat and it'll just like play through my playlist, and as I do that it just feels like, I don't know, like I still have that thing. I'm just like, God, you're busy doing something, and this is turning my eyes towards you. And that's actually like I think the kind of people we want to be, like eyes focused heavenward on God, who He is, His nature, and actually going like heaven is, it's not just that we're here to worship for my circumstance to change or for me to gain or whatever it is, but it's actually like, God, your kingdom come, like this is who you are, let's declare that. And it's an invitation for people to join the story.
Yeah.
Right? Guys, thanks for joining me for Carpool Worship.
thanks for having
Almost
us.
don't want to
Hey, boy.
let it
Thank
end.
you.
Thank you. Anything you want to say to the people watching, Ben?
You're the best!
Oh, he probably
Aw.
screamed that at you, but I like that. You're the best.
Simply the best.
Dun, dun, dun. There's Carpool karaoke, guys. It's different.
Yeah.